That's Klein, our gay BFF. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Art and React. Today we are actually reacting instead of making a recap video because oh my god, I did not know that the Lord of the Mysteries special already is already out. So here is the reaction to all three episodes, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Side note to those who have never seen any of my videos before, but I am actually someone who is currently in the process of reading Lord of the Mysteries. I am currently in volume 2, so I'm a little bit in the know in what's going on with the Donghua, or well, you know what I mean. I'm a little bit spoiled. Let's just say it like that. Anyway, let's get on with the video.
我叫周
Oh,
明
I
瑞，
missed
一名
him.
大吃货国的社畜，目前和妹妹、哥哥生活在一起。
He's so cute.
我也曾经尝试过重启转运仪式，却没能返回地球，而是来到了一片神秘的灰雾空间。我以愚者的身份认识了2位罗塞尔大帝的日记，直到这天，我又听到了新的祈求。
出发吧，伟大的大航海家，罗塞尔·哥伦布、麦哲伦·郑和、古斯塔夫。
Columbus Magellan? Wait. Rosal Columbus Magellan. Seriously? That's his full name? I don't remember reading that. I'm only in the middle of volume 2, but has he ever said that actually in the first volume? I don't remember. Also, side note, is this actually the moment where he references One Piece in the novel? Because he definitely referenced One Piece in the novel. I'm pretty sure about that. Is this Chilancos? That's not Rosal, is
种
it?
迹象表明，这个世界绝不只有南北大陆。4月18日，我在黑王做好那些古代典籍里，
I don't know why, but I always imagined Rosal as a
在
redhead.
西大陆。
Because
那东面
Rose,
森林大海的
Rosal,
尽头呢？
Rose?
会不会就是传说中的神奇之地？
神器之地究竟是什么地方？
City of Silver! The crazy one!
听着好像是巨人语，新的气球。
Mine has such pretty eyes. I forgot how crazy detailed the eyes got in this animation. Okay, short explanation for the Donghua only watchers because I finally read the novel and I finished the first novel. So here's the thing. The difference here is that when Klein summoned the son Derek, this guy for the first time. Oh, that was a spoiler. um, he actually was procrastinating. Like he heard the prayer after a tarot card gathering, and then he saw this guy praying to him, and it's like, I don't understand what the hell he's saying. Actually, let me learn the language a little bit more so that I understand what he's saying. So he studied the language of Jotun, and because of that, he managed to, bring Derek into the Grey Fog world and also translate what Derek is saying in real time. So Klein is working overtime as the fool, especially in the second novel.
您是神灵吗？
我不是神灵，我只是一个对漫长历史感兴趣的。
奉献我的灵魂和鲜血取悦你，请让我们白银之城摆脱诅咒。
我对凡人的鲜血和灵魂没有兴趣，不过我会给你强大的机会，但是你需要付出相应的代价。
我愿为此付出一切。
Do you guys think that in Full Metal Alchemist, if Edward, like before he did human alchemy, do you guys think he would have accepted Klein's offer into, you know, fulfilling his wish and whatever, so that he can pretty much resurrect his mother from the grave? Do you think he'll become a Beyonder? I feel like he will. But Edward is like such a logical person that he'll definitely try to find the logic in, you know, the magic, the mysticism in Lord of the Mysteries. I feel like this would be such a good crossover, like especially if actually it's Edward after the human alchemy and he got pulled into the Grey Fog world. He'll be like, oh fuck, I need to deal with another deity? The fuck? No, I'm not gonna have a deal with you. I already lost an arm and a leg. I'm not paying another price.
作为你的代号。
I just realized it's not really a spoiler when I said that he chose the Sun card, because we saw this at like the last episode or something. Well, not the last episode. You know what? I don't know why, but when I was reading Lord of the Mysteries and they described the City of Silver to me, I was imagining it a little bit darker. This is like a very overcast day. What I was imagining like an overcast night, it was more violetish, dark bluish. Baby Derek!
Mama, 他怎么了？他刚经历了一件痛苦的事情，这是白银城的诅咒，是每个人的宿命。也会这样吗？
This scene was definitely not in the
是为了
novel.
延续。
2000多年来，6人义士团派出无数精英小队探索黑暗，寻找残存的人类文明，寻找解除白银城诅咒的方法，但一无所获。见到的城堡只有黑暗之舞。
I just realized something, guys. I know I read the novel, right? I know what's going to happen now, but she wasn't really described like this in detail in the novel, as far as I remember. You guys gotta correct me because I have really bad memory. Anyway, so you can tell that she's gonna die because she has that anime mom hair. You know, the one that's pushed to the side. You know the one. You know exactly which one I'm talking about, right? I feel like this, like the animation studio is paying homage to that because they're like, oh, this lady is gonna die in this novel. Might as well give her the iconic anime mom hair, right?
大多城邦都毁于严重的食物短缺，白银城之所以能坚持下来，是因为黑面草。这是伟大神明留下的最后眷顾。我心中，父亲母亲就是我的太阳。我每天都向创造一切、全知全能的神明虔诚祈祷，希望诅咒永远不要降临。
乔达，离洛维亚长老远一点。几个月前，洛维亚长老和她丈夫参加了某次探索，但只有她独自生还。
Damn, she's being introduced already. Okay. I know she's a relevant character, but I don't know her fate. I just know she's a little bit cray-cray.
我听说她失掉了自己的丈夫。
Oh,
此前就有传言，
I didn't know
洛维亚
that.
长老失掉队友，毕竟牧羊人能吞噬肉身，还有灵魂。
Yeah, the shepherds are fucking crazy. They're kind of OP though. Oh, this thing that they're seeing right now, it was described in the novel actually. I'm just surprised that she is technically our introduction to a shepherd in the Donghua. But in the novel, the introduction to Shepherd that we saw fight for the first time was actually Mr. A. I don't know if he's gonna be introduced in this special though. Ew, it went inside his mouth! Jorda is gone. He is gonzo. Are they actually saving their budget? Because they keep showing her eyes. Yeah, no, this is... I don't know if this is like truly her power or if they took inspiration from Mr. A, because I'm pretty sure this is like something that Mr. A would have done.
500次闪电后，开启丰收献羽仪式。
Okay, so it's good. He does look really old, that guy, the chief guy. Because he's described as someone older in the novel. And it's Derek's parents.
家里还有人吗？有一个儿子，一名还未成为战士的学生，戴里克伯格。
火种，这是一代又一代白银城人的使命。
父亲母亲答应过我，等我成为战士这天，他们会送我一份珍贵的成年礼。按天上的闪电推算，父亲母亲就快要回来了。
Why are they also shocked in the background? Like, look at them. They're like, whoa! They're like expecting someone to throw a stone at them when the door opened. Like, she didn't even slam the door. So this is technically when Derek was introduced in the novel, when he was facing off his parents. Well, actually, I shouldn't be saying that he was introduced like this, but you know, Klein actually saw him praying to him already about all this. I think if I remember correctly, it was before he has to, you know, do this.
母亲，
几次因为恶灵差点灭城，唯一的办法是由血亲亲手终结生命。
为什么？为什么我们
Yeah, that's like the curse of their
一
city.
出生就这样弑父杀母？
这就是我们背负的诅咒，这就是神的意志。
神的意志，让人杀自己的父母。我们现在献予的生命。
You ever think that the god they worship looks at them and was like, I didn't tell them to do that. They did that all to themselves. The fuck? Why are you blaming me for your depravity over here?
真的还是白银之苦，一直以来崇敬的神明吗？
住嘴！
He's like pronouncing Derek's name as Derek?
父亲，
Like
父
the?
亲，父亲！
Gotta end their suffering, Derek.
他拿起武器，却是要杀死自己最亲的人。这真的是神的意志，我们真的要追随这样的神吗？
Oh, I didn't know that this was the first time he actually held a weapon and he has to use it against his parents. Sheesh, I feel like they made it darker here in this donghua. Oof. At least it was only one strike for each of them.
现在，你已经是一名真正的战士了。
Did she have to smear their blood on him?
开始。
Crazy how they died on the day of the Harvest Festival. Like, Derek, he is never going to look at this Harvest Festival the same ever again, because this festival is always going to be the death day of his parents. The day he actually killed his parents. And everybody outside, while he's like wallowing in like depression and darkness in his house, in his empty house, in his empty room, or standing before his parents' grave, everybody is going to be enjoying themselves and celebrating. That is dark. That is really, really, really sad.
Shika
这颗水晶球是一座城邦用来祭祀神灵的祭品。你父母说，这是要送你的战士成名。
Oh, was it? I don't remember that. I don't think they explained that actually in the novel, right? Have they? And I just forgot about it.
Interested in the Gaslit. I'm a person of bird. In the Gaslit.
You know why this moment doesn't necessarily work all that well, but works better in the novel, is that during this time, this process, Derek is absolutely devastated. He's like emotionally unwell right now. But when he got dragged into the gray fog world, he's pretty fine. He's like confident and stuff like that. But in the novel, Klein waited and took his time until he actually brought Derek into the gray fog world, and he actually did it in private. He didn't show off to Audrey and Alger when he brought Derek to the team. If I remember correctly, Derek just appeared in front of Alger and Audrey in the next tarot card meeting, and Audrey was like, "Oh, who's this? A new member?" Or something like that. But it's been a while since I read the first novel, so I could be wrong.
他会是解救白银城的希望吗？会让我们远离黑暗诅咒吗？父亲和母亲吗？
What's dead is dead, my dude. So technically there is a pathway that can resurrect the dead, right? So technically you can have your parents back, but as, the undead.
我为你代号。我选
太阳。
Taya. You can tell that Chinese and Japanese are like very closely related to language, because in Japanese the sun is Taiyo And I guess in Chinese it's Taiya. Bonus. It's Olger! It looks like he bitch slapped that guy. Oh, you know, I just had a terrifying thought. What fucking monsters are under the sea in Lord of the Mystery? I know that mermaids exist. I'm gonna tell this to you guys now. Mermaids exist in this world. But damn, like, the underwater world is terrifying, especially deep sea creatures. And since Cuttlefish knows what a cuttlefish is, I'm sure he is also very knowledgeable when it comes to deep sea creatures too. Now that's Chilankos, right? Yeah, that's definitely him with the gloves. Creeping hunger. That one. For some reason though, I remember him having blue hair instead of blonde. Am I misremembering this?
序列其航海家魔药和更多我需要的情报。麒麟克斯，我们约定过，是在慷慨之城秘密。
Wait a second. I don't remember them teaming up at all.
方面，小时候就教过你的二姐，只有死人不会泄露秘密。 我的一支船队上周遭到了带法者的蓄意伏击，你有什么想说的？我现在大把时间都在海上，情报没法掌握的那么及时。阿尔杰，从小我就把你当亲兄弟。当年你拒绝跟随我，反倒成了带法者的暗探。
Dude, I just realized something.
当年你拒绝。
Look at his eyebrows. When he was younger, his eyebrows are blonde. Now that he's older, they're black.
跟随我，反倒成了带法者的暗探。我即使偶然得知你的身份，也一直冒险替你在海盗中隐瞒，更忍住了巨额赏金的诱惑。没有向风暴组织。
Look! His eyebrows are black.
而你呢？ 我只是让你透露一些官方情报而已，像你这样的混血种难登高位。但只要我们兄弟携手，就能俯视这个世界。
What does he mean that Algar is a half-blood?
被帮了。毕竟，世上不需要两个阿尔杰威尔逊。
I don't remember him copying Algar. Anyways, in case you guys don't know, the creeping hunger, the glove he's holding, can copy people's faces. Copy them. So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of obvious with what's happened here, right? I didn't really need to explain that. Why did they explain that? Tarot card gathering. Did they actually change the dots on his hand? Because I remember that it's actually supposed to be like 4 dots, right? Why is it suddenly looking like a snowflake? Seriously though, I don't remember that ever happening. But again, I have shit memory, so apologies ahead when I keep saying I don't remember this.
下午好，愚者先生。下午好，倒吊人先生。 倒吊人先生好像有点奇怪的情绪波动。
正义小姐，我想请你帮一个忙。
什么忙？
在贝克兰德找一个人的下落。这件事风险较大，但我会为此付出应有的报酬。
倒吊人先生，我需要更多的信息。
麒麟格斯，水手途径序列6封卷者。他拥有一件神奇的物品——蠕动的饥饿。每隔1天，就必须吞噬一个活人的灵魂和血肉，否则他会拿自己的主人来代替。封卷者原本只在水、风和天气领域具备不错的非凡能力，但有了蠕动的饥饿，麒麟格斯可以变化容貌，潜入梦境，净化死灵，还能用歌声增强自己，几乎无所不能。
倒吊人先生列举的特点，很像密契人途径的序列5牧羊人，能够吞噬并驱使非凡者的灵魂，并使用他的部分能力。我们有位新晋的长老就是。
The creeping hunger is a loot drop from a shepherd, is what he's trying to say here.
甚至有人见过他驱使半神级别的恶灵。
正义小姐，这里还有一些麒麟格斯的喜好和生活习惯，有助于锁定他的活动范围。
很详细啊。倒吊人先生似乎很了解这位飓风中将，他们很熟。
我收到的情报称，麒麟格斯潜入贝克兰德是为了完成一件困难的任务，在贝克兰德制造骇人听闻的惨案。报酬是一件非常重要的物品，他认为得到那件物品就能成为真正的高序列强者，与无海之王纳斯特等人并列，变成武王。
直接从序列6升到序列4，他不怕失控吗？
件物品非同凡响。正义小姐，如果你愿意接受委托，我会支付你一定的报酬。无心者的非凡材料。
无心者？
太阳先生，你知道？
我可以弄到魔药配方，这是发源于巨龙一族的序列。我们白银城曾经处于巨人王庭的统治下，巨人和巨龙是死敌，所以这个序列的9、8和7，白银城都有。
白银城？
巨人王庭，巨龙。
原来如此，难怪正义小姐的椅背后显示的是巨龙。
太阳先生，你说的白银之城，它在哪里？
你们果然不是白银之城的子民。刚刚你们提到了海盗，难道你们的城邦周围？
真是心直口快。
He's just a kid, guys.
抱歉，我太激动了。我会尽快弄到读心者魔药配方。我想用它来交换太阳途径的初始序列。
太阳途径？
是的，在白银之城，我们从来没有见过太阳。
没有太阳？这个世界会有什么地方从来见不到太阳？
宇宙先生到底是从哪里将他拉上来的？
Klein also doesn't know where he pulled this guy from.
我想，正义小姐应该没有太阳途径序列9歌颂者的配方。
抱歉，太阳先生。
我可以提供。
If you guys don't know, the reason Klein actually knows the sequence pathway to the sun, is because he messed around with the sun god, right? The eternal blazing sun, when he created those 2 charms that he used later on to fight Megos' demon baby. Yeah, so that is how he knows the pathways for that.
这是什么语言？
这好像是巨人语。
Okay, but the thing is, this is very different. Klein is very show offy in the donghua. I remember that here he actually isn't very show offy in the Grey Fog world. He's very mysterious. He actually gave Derek like, I don't know, parchment with all of the info in it, and nobody else could see what's written.
所以他要一直在说巨人语。我们能听懂，是因为
And also, the rest of the Tarot Club, they kind of later on figured out that yeah, Derek isn't speaking the same language as them, and Klein was translating for them in real time. They kind of figured that out throughout the series, like by observing what's happening around them. This is very, very in your face kind of stuff.
这先生的神力，
我索取的交换物是白银之城的历史和你知道的所有。
剑尊，您的意志会如实描述一切。
基于太阳所在的地方，无法收到任何现金与材料。什么？正义小姐可以将购买读心者配方的金钱提供给我的一个卷者。他最近需要做些事情，我会以其他方式补偿给太阳。
It's like, my blessed Loki is broke, and by blessed he means him. So, Miss Justice, just pay.
卷者，
我知道了，谢谢你，医者先生。倒吊人先生，这份委托我接下了。
正义小姐，我必须慎重提醒，麒麟格斯相当狡诈残忍，调查中千万不能暴露自己，更不要试图对付他。
You know, I'm super excited to see how Force and Sio Derecha will actually look like. And also, our gay BFF Blaine. I'm sure he'll appear in this special, right?
我知道你在想什么，倒吊人先生。你打算借强者之手除掉飓风中将，但是我哪有卷者呀？
帮助的前提是。 我的卷者刚好在贝克兰德。
如果有愚者先生的卷者加入，塔罗会第一次行动一定会成功。
多谢你，愚者先生。
多谢愚者先生。
今天就到这里吧。
遵从您的意志。
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 You know, I'm pretty sure Audrey is the one that started by your will. To Klein, like she I feel like she's the one who is like the most fanatic. Probably will continue like that in the future too, right?
要找人帮忙对抗飓风中将，不能找戴丽小姐，我需要找一位非官方组织，能轻松自保，甚至还有余力救一救倒吊人和正义的。他。 好像就在贝克兰德。
Our first glimpse of Backland. Where's all the gross ass smog? That's Audrey's dad? I don't know about you guys, but I imagined him to be a little bit more good looking. When I was reading Lord of the Mysteries and Audrey's dad keeps popping up, I imagined him to be someone like Hohenheim from Full Metal Alchemist.
贝克兰德最耀眼的宝石，我们到了。
爸爸，不要这么称呼我。
Susie! Susie is Audrey's dog, by the way.
爸爸，这就是铁甲剑吗？
I don't understand why they gave Audrey a tiara in the donghua. Because she's not a princess. Who is that?
女士们、先生，这是一艘足以颠覆时代的军。那7个自称为将军的海盗，那4个僭越称王的海盗，只能浑身颤抖，等待末日的到来。
Oh, that's Duke Negan.
陛下，请您为他命名。
他承载着使命，从普利兹港出发，就叫普利兹号。
The priest. Man, he couldn't come up with something more interesting, like the Titanic. I don't know. They're calling it the Pritz because it launched at the Pritz. Ooh. Be more a little bit imaginative. Imaginative. What was that? They're wasting cannonballs. Is that Klein?
贝克兰德找一个能改变容貌的人，简直就是在干草堆里找针。
Is that Klein?
格拉米尔男爵还是像
Oh no,
以
it's
前一样
not.
不敢直视地位比自己高的小姐和夫人。
Susie.
你这样不对，苏西，这是偷窥。观众要在自己的位置上光明正大的观看。
That's Klein.
得意、激动。看来我这位好友有好消息急于向我分享。
Our gay BFF.
奥黛丽，我认识了一位真正的不属于王室的非凡者。
希望这对我来说也是一个好消息。
You know, in the novel, the first time he was introduced, it sounded like he was trying to hit on Audrey, but later on you kind of figure out that they actually have a real friendship going on over here, and he's not really hitting on Audrey, and he didn't invite her to his house for whatever reasons. It's because they are legit friends and are very interested in mysticism, like the both of them. And yeah, also I kept calling him Audrey's gay BFF, and you know the way he's introduced here right now, lock it.
所以那位非凡者呢，格莱林特？你不是说他急着见我？
放心，奥黛丽，这次真没有骗你。他
Look at him! Look at him! Like, I don't know why, but that wasn't even described in the novel, but he's just doing it in the donghua. I feel like the donghua animators were also like, you know what, this guy is definitely Audrey's gay BFFs when they were reading the novel. Course. Oh, she's really pretty. I don't know why, but I imagined Force to have freckles.
这真神奇啊！
奥黛丽，这位是鲁恩著名小说家《暴风山庄》的作者福尔斯·莫尔女士。
下午好，福尔斯女士。你的暴风山庄至今仍在我的床头。
下午好，奥黛丽小姐。你的美貌真是让我印象深刻。我想，我已经拥有了下一本小说的素材。让我们坦诚交流吧，奥黛丽小姐。
手指有熏黄痕迹，喜欢卷烟，后颈明显，经常握笔。这是什么石头？看手链款式，原本应该有5颗。很放松，有种俯视的感觉。非凡者对普通人的心理优势，主动求见，是希望借助我的身份与资源做什么？
我有位同伴被关入了监狱，我希望你能够救他出来。
监狱？
我的同伴休迪尔查其实非常受人尊敬，他长期帮中下层民众协调并仲裁事件。只是这次， 在说服某个放高利贷的恶棍时，方法过激了点。
Oh my god, she is so short. Like, yeah, in the novel it was described that she is a very petite woman, but damn!
福尔斯女士，你的非凡能力应该很适合做这种事情。
Yeah, girl, you can walk through walls.
只支持我一个人通过。放心，奥黛丽小姐，事成后我会引领你们参加一些非凡者的隐秘聚会。
Audrey is like, I don't really need to go to any other gatherings right now since I can get everything I want at the Turret Club.
或者帮你办一些你不方便出面的事。修正好在劳工阶层和黑帮组织里小有名气，有专门的地下情报网。
我确实有一个委托，需要你们帮忙。
是什么委托
？The lesbians are reunited.
飓风中将麒麟格斯，你主人是认真的吗？
Oh yeah, explanation here because I feel like some stuff definitely isn't being explained right now. Like I totally understand the confusion towards people now, that people had when they were watching Lord of the Mysteries and didn't have knowledge of the novel because yeah, I would have been confused too because they do skip around timelines a lot, like scenes a lot with no proper explanation. But in the story, in the novel, Susie became the middleman between Audrey and Sio and Force. So whenever they need to secretly, talk to each other, or Audrey has to secretly give them some missions, Susie is the one carrying all of these important papers. Because Susie is a dog, she can freely roam around Audrey's garden and people wouldn't bat an eyelash.
我的女神，我为什么要这样熊一条狗？虽然那位小姐确实将我救了出来，但这种危险的委托，还是需要慎重考虑一下。
修，只要能找到麒麟格斯的下落，你将得到450磅的赏金。我接了。
Also, goddamn, look at this grass. What is that? Like 3D grass, but also at the same time, pictures of grass. What? Susie is probably thinking, what is this dog doing in my garden?
我的裁决是离开他。这金毛大狗奇奇怪怪的，我还是第一次看到狗的脸上露出那么人性化的表情。
So this is also a scene in the novel, actually.
它的主人也很不简单。奥黛丽小姐并不像传闻那样。 只是个单纯天真的少女，
目标拥有变形成他人的能力，持续时间未知，但五官能变，喜好和习惯难改。建议从以下途径寻找：根据提供的资料找出他的行为规律，并锁定。
I really like how in this scene they are showing us how the girls basically kind of figured out where Chilankos is or what's happening there. Because in the novel it took them a while longer and there were, I think, a couple more tarot card gatherings where Algar was pretty much trying to convince Klein to send his blessed over to Backland to help with the Chilankos case, but Klein was telling him, nah bruh, my blessed is there for some other reason. Meanwhile, Klein is planning some other stuff.
好消息，达克霍姆找到了新线索，我和博尔斯现在就去东区碰头。
Oh, this scene! I remember this scene. It's so vivid in my mind. what I just realized? Tio looks like Tanya. Tanya the evil. You guys know that girl? Yee. Okay, wait a minute. I low-key don't remember the scene like this. I remember Horus leaving through the door before Shilankos found them. But he kind of realized that she has the power of the door because he felt it. You know, like mysticism type shit.
幸好，真的能灵界传送2个人。
你这石头用多了，不会有什么影响吗？
没事的。接下来怎么办？
通知奥黛丽小姐，然后报警。
传送之门是学徒途径序列5，旅行家。别急，宝贝儿，我一定会让你吃掉它的。
Did he just call the glove baby? Bruh, so cringe. Okay, episode 3. Hey, his corpse is just in a random ass forest. That didn't happen in the novel. In the novel, his corpse was actually stuffed in a closet. And there was like this moment where I had a thought that, like, you know, his servants will have to find out at some point that he didn't leave his room because, you know, he hasn't left his room because he's dead, and you know he's kind of rotting in there, and they're gonna have to investigate because of the scent, and then find his body in the closet. That was something that I was thinking about when I read the novel, and that scene happened. Shilankos didn't just dump his body outside some random forest. You know, something I will criticize still in the animation of this show is the walking animation is still kind of awful. I hope that in season 2 they fix that, because again, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they are kind of floaty. That's like the best description I can give, but they're kind of floaty whenever they're animated walking.
真是无趣。他给我打了个眼色。紧急情况，奥黛丽。麒麟格斯反杀了修的线人。
Where did she hide the letter?
你好，霍尔小姐，你的美貌在夜色中依然耀眼。
So the difference here is that in the novel, she and this guy Gramir actually they met at the hallway, if I remember correctly. They were just passing each other by.
男爵和往常不太一样啊，他以前从来不敢正视我的，今天的他显得很自信。 香水的味道也不对，不会是？ 冷静，奥黛丽，想想接下来该怎么做。
She seems very panicked here, but in the donghua, in the novel, she was much more calm. I also wish they had more explanation, like they showed more how she explained to her father how grammar is suspicious. And because her father was actually like asking her, "Hey, how do you know about this information?" Right? When she told him about that, she's like, "Oh, you know, I heard it around. Klein mentioned something here and there." And yeah, something along those lines is what happened in the novel, because her father didn't just say, "Okay, I will look at it instantly," but no, he was like, "Okay, okay, I do believe you, yes, but I want to know exactly where you know this info from." So she had to like, if I remember that correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but yeah, I had that some sort of remembrance right now. But yeah, she is a little bit panicky in the donghua, I feel like, but in the novel she is definitely much more calm and collected, because she was acting as an spectator, and she wanted to make sure that Shilankos doesn't put his attention on her and target her or become suspicious of her. Still, the tiara is putting me off.
尼根公爵的舞会肯定聚集了鲁恩过半的贵族阵容。麒麟格斯混进去想做什么？
If I remember this correctly, he actually was doing something else in the real world when he heard Audrey's prayer, and then he went to the Grey Fog world to, you know, listen to what she has to say, because he's like, this is odd for Audrey to do that, for Miss Justice to do that, so it must be an emergency.
引发鲁恩动荡。
我在尼根公爵举行的舞会上遇到了疑似麒麟格斯的人，他伪装成格拉米尔男爵，目的不明。
Also, Klein was also thinking to himself in the novel, like, how can I pass on this message to Alger without seeming, you know, without seeming like a noob. Like, I need to make sure that my aura as a deity still stands. He was thinking that in the novel.
孙美妮，愚者先生，这里可是圣方大教堂，愚者先生居然能无声无息的降临。
紧急任务，2阶，军情9处掌握了飓风中将麒麟格斯的行踪，我去塔索克河畔寻找斯内克大主教，我们随大主教一同赶往尼根公爵府，做好准备。
绝不能让麒麟格斯落入风暴组织之手。
You know, when I first started watching Lord of the Mysteries, I thought that Alger was going to be the Judas to Klein's disciples, gathering members, whatever. But now that I've read more of the novel, I feel like Alger is far too terrified and far too respectful of Klein to ever be the Judas to his disciples. So there's probably someone else that's gonna be like, you know, the Judas.
帕拉斯尼根，是，只要刺杀成功，你将得到丰厚的奖赏。罗塞尔塔蒂，亵渎之白。
was the reward? What? I don't remember that. You know, now that I'm like further into the novel in like volume 2, I finally understand the importance of the cards of blasphemy.
世袭公爵保守党首领，海军上将风暴组织在军方的代言人，刺杀这么一位大人物，真是让人兴奋。
What was that fall? Wait a second. That was a weird animation.
风暴的代发者，阿迪苏佩。
He's like a Buddha.
却是非犯者，有好。无敌了。
When I was reading the novel and he said flog, I wasn't imagining it like that. I was imagining it more like flogging the booty. So far, the fight seems very accurate to the novel, actually. Oh, it's crusted sesame!
既然如此，让你再多活几天吧。散开去追，尝试围堵。
I was so excited for this event, for this scene, because I was like, oh my god, they're going to meet! But nah.
希望我的安排能奏效。
知道我今晚刺杀你根哪里出了问题？还有埋伏。 死灵！抵抗！攻占这里！
That's not signaling to the other Beyonders at all.
只要有他在，谁也拦不住我。
Look at those skeletons aura farm. Look at them aura farming. Look at them posing. Posing like a model, like supermodels. Oh my god. The Aura Farm, guys. Mr. Azek! That was so fucking hot of him.
不用追了。麒麟可死。 神秘的非凡者杀掉了他，拿走了如同的契合。经超凡手段确认，是死神图景的高序列强者，但并非我们熟知的那几位。也就是说，这是一位不在我们掌握中的半神。是的，一位至少序列3的半神。
Damn, sequence 3.
序列2的天使。
是女者先生的见证，不愧是女者先生，太棒了，奥黛丽，你做到了。
一个觉者，居然就是半神。
赞美愚者。
飓风中将麒麟格斯，地名贝克兰德，提供线索和击杀者将共享赏金。鲁恩王国、
斯克先生这一出手，不只是帮了忙，还干了炮弹，
都对飓风中将麒麟格斯设有巨额悬赏，金额高达3万镑。没事吧？
So that was Lord of the Mysteries special. It was very interesting, but again, I have some criticism. It really went by super fast. I feel like this special, the bounty with Chilankos, could have taken a bit longer. Maybe like instead of 3 episodes, it would be like a 5-episode special. Especially with like Derek's episode too. Like Derek's episode, I feel like was fine. It was alright. But they really did gloss over a lot of things in like the Chilankos case. Because again, I feel like this could have been better paced. Like I understand now why people were saying that episode 1 was like really fast paced. I'm not episode 1, I mean season 1 was really fast paced. So I'm really hoping that season 2 is definitely better paced. Like I'm really hoping that's the case, because again, I am reading volume 2 and a lot of shit happened in volume 2 that I don't think they can even fit in like a 52 episode. Like wait, how many episodes do we have for season 2 again? Like I thought I heard someone say that it's going to be like a 52 series episode. Or 20, is it 25? Because I feel like it's definitely not enough to have all of the season 2 stuff put into the donghua with just 25 episodes available. I feel like that's definitely not enough. But yeah, this was fun. This was interesting. This is the reason why there's no recap today, because I thought I'd do this as a special treat for all of us who really like Lord of the Mysteries. Yeah, so definitely I will have to continue reading. I hope you guys really look forward to season 2 too, because holy shit, volume 2 is very, very interesting and has so much more to offer than season 1, volume 1 for sure. So yeah. Also, it's been a while since I did reactions, and also since I, watched and read volume 1 and season 1 of Lord of the Mysteries. So I feel like I'm getting gaslit when I was watching this, because I was like, the whole time I was like, wait, is this actually what happened in the novel? I feel like I don't remember it doing that, Is this what gaslighting feels like, guys? Anyways, as I mentioned, guys, I am in the process of reading volume 2 of Lord of the Mysteries. I am a very slow reader, but also at the same time, I am recording myself, recapping and giving my reaction and thoughts about the chapters through, my YouTube videos. You can check out the stuff in my channel. Wow, great promo, Faye. And yeah, so I also did reactions to the first season of Lord of the Mysteries, which is the reason why I started reading the novel in the first place, because your girl is hella confused. I was very confused. I'm still low-key a little bit confused, but I am less confused than I used to be. Please, before I go, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps my channel out a lot. My commissions are open and my Vision link is down in the description below. Check out my story, Dreaming of Aurora, if you have the time. And finally, thanks to my patrons, Robek, Vanarik, and Jval Javalitska for the support. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!